Richard A. McMenamon II here on primary day, and it was made sure that I got a piece of destructive court paperwork on primary day, using my children once again as weapons against me because I've been exposing these judges and these people in the New Hampshire court system that are involved in the rapes of children and the murders of children. This is all calculated. I'm speaking to you with the pneumonia, by the way. My flu turned into pneumonia, but this needs to get out. This is very, very, very dangerous because of the power I use to take down Sununu and expose what he has been doing with children. They continue to retaliate against me, and they use my children every time. Every time. So lately, they've now given her more parental rights and taken my parental rights away again. And these are my children that I protected right from the beginning. I protected their lives from her murderous attacks. I've been trying to get them medical care, and the judges denied it for years. It debilitated my oldest son. My other son needs 2 surgeries now, and I have no rights to that now. And this is how they do it. They attack you. But this is a very, very severe case. Nowhere in the United States of America. And it's because of these judges that I've been exposing. Now, I want you to know, it's time for people to deal with this, people in New Hampshire. The judge's name that I've found to be involved in these rapes of children at the Sununu Center, his name is Michael H. Garner. He's been on the bench for more than 40 years at Laconia, the Laconia courthouse. And I have the evidence that connects him to those rapes. The evidence is connected to another man that he is very, very well associated with. And this guy is very, very dangerous to children. And his name is Ralph Morin. And he is from Campden, New Hampshire. He is what's called a guardian ad litem. So he becomes a part of this court system via the judge. This man here just threw it in my face that he molests children, that he molests teenage boys currently. And by his own testimony, he implicated himself in the rapes of children at the Sununu Center for decades. It's believed now what they were doing is, I felt some prosecutors was able to find them going in and out of there during the day and molesting children. But these judges and these guardian ad litems were accessing the children at private residences, in the basements of private residences. These guys are appointed. They're appointed. Another figure here is an attorney who's been helping them access children, and her name is Catherine V. Lacey. She's 100% associated with these crimes. She goes out in her practice and identifies children at risk and brings them into the system so these guys can eventually access them. That's what she does. She's heavily, heavily associated with Ralph Morin. Anybody that's gone to that law office of Westcott Law in Laconia, New Hampshire, which is set up only a block from the courthouse, is subject to this targeting. Your children are at risk. It doesn't matter what capacity you go in. If you think she's your attorney or, she's the opposing attorney. You need to know that I caught these people. They don't care, but they have private meetings at the courthouse between the attorney and the judges, and they come up with plans in your cases. It has nothing to do with a court. This is what's going on. So anybody that's gone up against Westcott Law to try and protect their children, and you experienced this outcome, that's why. That's why, especially if the DCYF was involved. If the DCYF was involved, this judge automatically gets appointed because there starts the targeting process. In my case, it's led to murders, a lot of murders. And that's why they're doing this, is because nowhere in the history of this state or this country has anybody come along and started exposing these people. That's 3 people right there that are heavily involved in the rapes of children, accessing of children, molesting of children. These are sick animals. They're just 100% sick animals. And the state of New Hampshire needs to deal with it. You know, I've run for governor to try and deal with these people. But they're using my kids against me. And it gets very, very dangerous when they bring these schools in. They tried to use the school as a weapon. And 1,000 children's lives were at risk, 2 schools in the state of New Hampshire. That's how violent this is. And it's all so they can continue to access children and to hide what they've done. People in New Hampshire need to deal with this. They need to hold these people accountable. It goes further on because you have the chairman of the executive council fully involved in it. Mr. Ted Gatzis, fully involved in it. That's how this goes. You got this ring of people involved in this. People in New Hampshire need to do something about this. You cannot allow this to go on. I've also, in my case, have let everybody know that there's another child that was beaten in this case, a little 3-month-old baby named Baby Nomi. And then we were witness to in the Harmony Montgomery murder case by happenstance because of the situation that we were in. This is very, very, very serious. All of these people need to be stopped, and they need to be stopped immediately. Michael H. Garner, judge at the 4th Circuit Court in Laconia, New Hampshire. Ralph Morin, Campton, New Hampshire. Catherine V. Lacey, Westcott Law, Laconia, New Hampshire. Mr. Ted Gatzis, Executive Council Chairman of the State of New Hampshire. And then you can go into the Attorney General's office from there. This is some sick stuff. Sick stuff. These people need to be stopped. When you have Sununu, where I've already taken this guy down, and he was the only one with power to stop it, but he was involved in it. Now it's up just to the people of the state of New Hampshire. Okay, thank you very much. God bless you all, and God bless every child.